is that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of Varsity Athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport. By Bell, presenting partner of this U-Sports championship. Fier partenaire de ce championnat U-Sport. And by Protocase, proud title partner of the 2023 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Et par Protocase, fier partenaire en titre du championnat de soccer masculin U-Sport de 2023.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2023 Protocase U-Sports Men's Soccer Championships presented by Bell. Cape Breton University honors and acknowledges that we are located in the Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. We are all treaty people. This national bronze medal game features the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds and the Mount Royal University Cougars. Your starting lineup for UBC. Goalkeeper, Bennett McKay. Number 3, Noah Herlaka. Number 13, Eric Lazunas. Number 27, Josh Tomei. Number 28, Marcus Kaiser. Number 11, Brennan First. Number 4, Chris Fisher. Number 31, Brandon Momotani. Number 10, Connor Mrazek. Number 24, Luke Norman. And number 9, Zeb Jahowski, with head coach Mike Mosier. And your starting lineup for MRU. Goalkeeper, Aiden Dumullen. Number 5, Caden Rosinski. Number 6, Benedict Mail. Number 7, Josh Flaxman. Number 20, Miguel DeRocha. Number 10, J.J. Walter. Number 27, Ruben Michael Kudelka. Number 11, David Schaefer. Number 14, Abel Nasibu. Number 28, Nicholas Maillet. And number 26, Alex Kemsley, with head coach Ryan Gayaki. Your referee for today, Sebastian Nashin-Rakini. Lines people, Sebastian Richards, Redka Fazuzzi, and fourth official, Brad Dubrow.
From one small building in downtown Sydney offering 8 courses to one of Atlantic Canada's most innovative and vibrant universities, no matter where you started or where you finished, you are all part of CBU's alumni family and making a difference across the globe. And as alumni, we are proud, we persevere, and we never forget our roots. Together, we are always orange.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome to the 2023 Proto-Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championships. Presented by Bell from Cape Breton University in Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's our bronze medal matchup here on Sunday morning in Sydney. I'm Corey LeBlanc along with you, Bart Sears as well, on the final day of this, what has been a super men's championship tournament. Our bronze medal matchup, a rematch of the Canada West Championship, the Mount Royal University Cougars, and that team right there, the UBC Thunderbirds. And then, of course, coming up at 2 p.m. Atlantic time, 1 Eastern, the gold medal game featuring the Caravan de Montreal versus the hometown Cape Breton University Capers.
Good morning, Corey. Yes, it's been a magnificent display of soccer here this weekend in Sydney, Nova Scotia. The skill level, the spirit has been tremendous. Memorable experience, I think, for all the players, coaching staffs, and support the support team of teams of every school here. And there's only two teams that can win on the final day, and we're looking at one of two. So very much a lot on the line today. Bronze medal will be cherished, and the two Canada West rivals, the two top teams from out west. So a tremendous representation of the Canada West Conference, shows the high level of play that's on display week in and week out. And both teams will be looking for bragging rights. UBC will want to get one back, and Mount Royal will want to prove that it was not a once-off.
So plenty of star power in this one, of course, for the Thunderbirds, who were ranked #1 in the country for most of the season until the last couple of weeks, and their loss in the Canada West Final to Mount Royal. And, of course, we have Zeb Jakowski, the National Player of the Year, first-team All-Canadian, along with Eric Lajeunesse. And, of course, Brendan First, the recipient of the Lou Billick Award for the top rookie in the nation.
We are underway. A few changes for both teams. We'll get to the changes as they come up. So first on the ball. So UBC in blue today. Mount Royal, excuse me, in white. Get a look here at number 13 for UBC, Lajeunesse. Lika plays that back. Bit of a heavy touch. Oh, play on.
Down heavily on that play is Walters, as he get clipped by Luke Norman. There was no call, just blown down for the injury, and now he'll get attended to. And I mentioned the star power on UBC side, of course, equally as much on the Mount Royal side. Caden Rogozinski, first-team All-Canadian, of course, their team captain. And then again, this is a team that came in as the #1 seed, defeated York in a quarterfinal, but then met up with the home side, the Cape Breton University Capers, in the semifinal. A hard-fought 1-0 loss on a goal from Owen Shepard. And then UBC, an equally hard-fought semifinal on Friday as well, as they fell to the Carabins.
We're back. We're back underway. UBC in possession. That's great tracking back by Darosha. He'll get the start today.
There's a good look at Luke Norman. He's had a strong tournament for the Thunderbirds.
Brought down well. Kudelka. Headed back. Be a UBC throw in. Quickly taken. Momatani in the starting lineup today. Good pressure up front by number 7, Flaxman. He was good against CBU. Now the Cougars, excuse me, on the attack. Walter plays it through. And good Good defending here by UBC. We see Josh Tome in the starting lineup for the T-Birds this afternoon. And once again, good tracking back by Norman. Quickly up, that was intended for DeRocha. And that's played out.
For this time of year, we had some really overall great weather for the 4 days. This is probably not as damp, but more cold today, more wintry here. So both teams certainly, warm-ups have been key in keeping warm on the pitch. So no precipitation expected, which is great. So we'll see how the weather contributes here as these two matches unfold.
Nezibu gets his first touch. Kudelka now try to play that up the middle. That's well handled by Fisher, number 4. He'll join Kudelka at center back this afternoon. Shot. That's our first one. And McKay makes the save.
McKay, second team All-Canadian, and certainly showed it here this weekend, that first save. Aiden Dumoulin gets the nod for Mount Royal. He's been the starter throughout, both have.
Good touch by Mail. Calmly back with Kudelka. Now Dumoulin. He'll loft that up. It's a very nice first touch by Kaiser. It's played in. Rogozinski will just let that go. Momentani on the ball for UBC. He'll play that back calmly. Tome on the ball. So used to UBC, well, for the 2 games being in white and then Mount Royal in blue, but switching things up for today just to keep things interesting for us. Jazinski. Jakowski, excuse me. Try not to confuse that too often.
Jakowski has shown the total package here all weekend. Size and speed, and the scoring touch certainly has been there. He led the nation in goals and points with 15 goals, 19 points. And certainly a deserved top player of the year, winner of the Joe Johnson Trophy.
Good work here by Flaxman once again, but back on the ball is Tome. It will be another throw in for UBC. Get a good look here at number 10, Mrazek, starting for the Thunderbirds today. Again, good soft touch by Kaiser, but that's cleared by the Cougars. Back with Kudelka.
The 2023
Okay.
Portuguese Esports Men's Soccer National Championship.
So Lazinez left back today. One touch intended. Oh, that's great here by the Cougars. Mail. Play this back calmly to Kemsley. DeRocha. That's good defending. Quickly back in. DeRocha, another touch. And possession will stay with the Cougars.
Almost 8 minutes into this one. Pretty even Steven so far. One shot on goal that was a test of any kind that McKay made the save.
Kudelka headed on by Fisher once again. Mail. This will be played back once again to Kemsley. Nezibu can't keep that in.
And there you get a good look at Mount Royal's Kudelka, who's been strong in the back throughout. Big battle against the likes of Owen Shepherd on Friday night.
There's an S. Ball into the box. Kaiser now. Meyer, excuse me. Looking to get into the box. And Momotani dispossesses the Cougars. Jakowski. Such a great target man. Rogozinski, the captain. That's off. A T-Bird player. Good soft touch by DeRocha. Played ahead. And Tome will let that go into touch. And he'll take the throw in for the T-Birds. Kemsley. And Derdelko will need to do a quick soft pass. Find Fisher, who goes long. That's headed down by Mayo. Fisher, very nice. Lazanes. It's good football here by the T-Birds. Just keeping things tight. Nice short, crisp passes. That'll be played back by Mrazek. Number 10 for the T-Birds.
There you get a good look at Mrazek.
Schaefer throws in. Cougars. Good by Meyer. We hear calls of hold it, hold it. Kemsley, Mayo. So that will be very important today, what Mayo just did. Just the brief safety outlet pass, and there he is again. Good soft touch on the ball. Here's Meyer. And Rogozinski. Last to touch that before it went into touch. Derdelka. Erdlika, sorry everyone. Shot.
Flaxman, who had that great battle on Friday night with K. Breton's Rain Lynn, they were at it throughout, and Flaxman just wasn't able to get uncoiled much of it all, and great credit to Rain Lynn, the veteran defender, who really kept Flaxman at bay throughout the match, and that was the key to the victory.
Fisher. Jakowski can't find his man in the middle. Jakowski back on the ball. He'll go wide. Momotani whistles that wide.
Momotani, and there's a good look at UBC's La Jeunesse first team All-Canadian. Here's Momotani. Wonderful opportunity from about 15 yards. Whistled it with the left foot high and wide. This is one of the best chances early here for UBC. About 12 minutes in. The Canada West rivals playing for bronze. Plenty to play for. First and foremost, that medal. And then beyond that, certainly you're going to be like if we were here with St. FX and CBU in the bronze medal game.
Yes.
You wouldn't need much impetus to get it heated up. And then I think it'll be the same here.
It's good by Kaiser to win the ball. First. It's played out. Last touched by a Cougar. Cougars. Laziness marshalling some instructions. Bitome with the throw in. No score early. Both teams with spells of possession. Jakowski, good first touch. Looks to dance through a few players, but Rogozinski, the initial takeaway. Momatani back. There's Fisher. Kaiser. Momatani. It's a good first touch. Rogozinski keeping a close eye. Makes a nice pass to Flaxman, who was in space. Nice little run. But Kaiser. Mrazek. Laziness now. Plays it back in. Norman. Laziness, that cross in is blocked by Nezibu. That is good. Very good here by the Cougars. Ooh, Walter didn't get all he wanted on that. Excuse me, that was number 11, Schaefer. Kowski, good hustle. And that's cleared for a corner kick by Kudelka.
And Kudelka made it look pretty easy there against the National Player of the Year. Two big men coming together. But he was able to take it off the foot of Jakowski before he could get any sort of threat on Dumoulin. And now we'll have a set piece here for the Thunderbirds as they look to break the seal on scoring here in our bronze medal match. 15 minutes in. And stepping up to take the corner kick will be Mrazek.
Bit windy, but not too bad. Does not find a foot or a
hand or a head or nothing. Just
0 for 3.
Out the back porch. And Dumoulin will take over.
Not much available, so he'll go long. It's first, gets a header on it. Norman back in support. Ball with Fisher. Hrdlicka. Hrdlicka again. Good vision, nice crisp pass.
First disappointing himself there. He and not quite on the same page. He and Lajeunesse, two of the top players in the country, but just didn't click on that one. So
Nezibu will restart proceedings. Walter, good touch. Norman. That will work. Hrdlicka back with McKay as Meyer puts a bit of pressure on McKay to get rid of that quickly. We have a T-Bird down. But we're back underway. DeRocha. It's a half chance for Schaefer. It's cleared up. Momatani. As Norman hustles back, he's had a busy couple minutes. Momatani. It's out. And Kemsley. Well done.
great work there against the speedy Momatani as we get a look at Mount Royal's Nezibu, who's been in the middle of things throughout this weekend. And to go back a little bit, there's Flaxman to that chance he engineers, and that's the most room he's had certainly in the last couple of matches, and he almost made it work finding his man in the middle there. That was Walters.
Kemsley will clear that up. Flick on header. DeRocha. Flaxman. And over the bar.
So good transition effort there by the Cougars.
Yeah, the Cougars have done well on the counter. Laziness back with Fisher. Played in. Jakowski. It's a great first touch. On his horse.
Wow, Jakowski started to get a gallop going there and decided to take the strike from about 30 yards out. Here he is with the defender on his tail, and
yeah, hoping for a shot on target. But if you will, you could say just finding the range early. DeRocha plays that up. And the T-Birds will be back on the ball, but only for a moment. Here's Meyer. And that will be a foul. And
down
Meyer in a bit of bother.
Down heavily there, Nicholas Meyer, and back to his feet.
And yellow card.
It will be a booking. I believe it's against Kaiser. Number 28, so the 28s get banged together there. The foul to Kaiser. So a free kick here from distance for the Cougars. No score, 20 minutes in. Here on Championship Sunday at the 2023 Proto Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championships presented by Bell. Our bronze medal match here, Mount Royal Cougars and their Canada West rivals, the UBC Thunderbirds.
Kemsley heads that down into the crowd. And Rogozinski puts that over the bar. Goal kick for UBC.
And
this Fisher first. Nice little layoff. Laziness, oh, lovely. And he'll find Mazark.
Wow, what a lovely ball there, knifing it through.
Yes.
La Jeunesse, showing why he's a first-team All-Canadian, finding Mrazek. And he tried to cross it, but bangs it out. But another set piece here. Corner kick for the Thunderbirds as we see the jockeying for position here in and around Dumoulin.
Mrazek will have to wait.
So referees Sebastian Nojaravanani with some instruction for the gents in the scrum there.
And the first strike was a good one, but just somehow failed to find a body part. First, he'll zip that in. It's a good header away.
Quality play there by First.
Yeah, Nezibu on his horse. That's put out of play by Norman. Ball in. Mail chested that down well. Mrazek. Oh, great move. Laziness in space. Laziness. Oh, just puts that over the bar. That was a tough chance. Maybe he had to hit that first time.
Mrazek maybe just a little more on. I know it's tough to say. As an armchair quarterback, here it is, Mrazek. And it just it slowed La Jeunesse ever so slightly, although he didn't get to walk into it, but maybe a little wider, but still a great chance.
Headed down by Kaiser. And that didn't quite work out, but he passed it to really the only spot he could. Here's Kudelka. He's been involved early. Nezibu. Plays that in. Nezibu.
Chop down there.
Be a free kick.
was Walters. And that's another one against Marcus Kaiser, so he'll have to be aware.
Kudelka over to Kemsley. Kemsley goes long. Little jockeying here with Tomei. That's good by Hrdlicka. We have a whistle.
It's going to be Flaxwood called on that play. And there you see Connor Mrazek, who's been in the mix here in the opening 24 minutes, that's for sure, as his team tries to get on the scoreboard first in our bronze medal match.
Fisher. Head up with Kaiser. Gets it right back. And a little snow for everyone. Laziness.
Canada's top university runners head to London and the historic Tamus Valley Golf Course for the 2023 U Sports Men's and Women's Cross Country Championships on Sunday. Today, actually, the women's race begins at noon Eastern, the men at 1 Eastern, and you can get all the exclusive coverage of that championships beginning Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, again later this morning on CBC Gem and CBCSports.ca.
Good by Meyer. Walter looking to get on the ball, but Laziness now been able to show a little more of his creativity at left back. Fisher. Kaiser. Fisher will go long, but too long. So for UBC today, both fullbacks out. No Lee, no White. And for the Cougars, no Keane. Nezubu had to get a touch. It's very good by first. Laziness now. Kaiser. Norman. Oh, what a shot by number 24, Norman. First-year player out of Vancouver.
Froze Dumoulin. And just like that, bang, bang, Norman. And the Thunderbirds in the 27th minute. And here's the replay of that one. Good play by Kaiser. Just bounded over the foot, and then just outside the 8-yard box, you see Dumoulin dejected. It bounced, hopped over the foot of Mayle, and ended up right onto the toe of Norman, who turned and made no mistake. And the Thunderbirds draw first blood here in our bronze medal match.
And I'm wondering if one of the Cougar center backs might have partially screened Dumoulin on the Norman shot, just because he took it so quickly right from just the tip of the 18-yard box. A wonderful strike and a richly deserved goal for, as I said, number 24, Luke Norman, who's had a wonderful tournament. It's headed out by Rogozinski. So, T-Birds. Kaiser. Laziness gets it from Fisher. Nice one touch. Looking to connect with Mrazek.
Here's another angle on that opening goal. And there you see the initial play there. And Norman squeezes it inside that near goal post. A goal scores goal for sure to open it here.
Cougars. DeRocha now. DeRocha, he'll go wide here. Flaxman, he'll be watched by Tomei. It's good by Tomei. Decides just to clear the line. Throw in taken quickly. Kemsley now. Will roll into touch, but it will remain a Cougar throw in. DeRocha goes down.
I believe they're going to say DeRocha was offside on the play. He get tangled up with the, there you see him, the captain of the Thunderbirds, Herdlika. And you see at this point of the year, not only the grind of this quality soccer 3 in 4 days for most of these young men, just the grind, everyone wrapped up after a long season. There's no one 100%, that's for sure. It's just hoping you're at a little higher percentage than your opponent as Tchaikovsky, the National Player of the Year, goes down. As he's going to get Nojan Ravani, our referee, Sebastian, checking things out. It's going to be a free kick. So great opportunity here. Already up a goal. Looks like it's going to be Mrazek over the ball here. And there, Tchaikovsky back to his feet, but gingerly getting back to a spot here. Alex Kemsley is not letting him go too far on his own here.
Yeah, they can go arm in arm, I'm sure.
Mrazek.
So great angle for a free kick. Into the wall, but great chance for both Mrazek.
Wow,
and
the two first team All-Canadians, Tchaikovsky and La Jeunesse, with great opportunities. The initial one to Tchaikovsky, and you'll see it right here, and it was knocked down by Kudlika, and then the save by Dumoulin.
Here's Schaefer now. Nizibu lofts a high ball in. That's angled down nicely by Tomei. Flaxman, watched by 3 T-Bird players. That's good by Norman. Nice soft touch as he puts that a touch too far for Tchaikovsky.
So again, our lone goal scorer, if you're just joining us, Luke Norman for UBC, and that's the difference in this bronze medal game thus far, 32 minutes in. The Canada West battle, and for them, although they've been adjusting the last few days, this is an early morning.
Yes.
Say it's 7:45 in the morning for UBC, 8:45 for the Mount Royal Cougars here, of course, in the Atlantic time zone here on the East Coast. Now some conversation here. It's Meyer getting tangled up as he's Tomei. And there you see the Mount Royal head coach Ryan Giacchi.
Back underway. Here we have first, play that up. And that's off. Mayle, excuse me. Kaiser plays that down. And Bowell will go against Tomei. UBC, they don't like that, but away we go. Taken quickly. Back with Kudelka. Played into the feet. Schaefer. Laziness read that pass well. Here's first. It's a nice cut inside. Keeps that ball in tight, but can't connect that pass with Norman. Well done, Nezibu. It's a good read by Tome. Back on the ball, DeRocha. He's had a lot of it early on. Runs into a few T-Birds. And here's Momotani.
Certainly there was no way in that semifinal matchup with CBU that Flaxman had that sort of room at any point in that match. But a great run there by him, just finally ran out of real estate against 3 Thunderbirds.
Nezibu again well positioned. Norman. He'll go wide. Momotani. Again, DeRocha. On his horse, Tome. Watching Meyer closely, and Tome decides to put that into the safety of touch.
CBC TV is your home for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca.
Walter. Ooh. That's off Tome. And he's disappointed in himself for letting that go out for a corner kick. This will be the Cougars' first corner of the morning.
Thunderbirds have had a couple and come up empty.
Here's Walter. Ball in, flicked on. Kemsley didn't get all he wanted on that one. Oh, and that's a wonderful touch by Schaefer, but we have a T-Bird player down, and the referee's immediately calling for the physio.
And the training staff out. It looks like McKay's saying that it's going to be looking for an elbow. And here's another look at our lone goal here so far. Norman, quick shot.
What a turn.
And just a dejected Dumoulin sinks to the ground. I think it was Lachinesse took that shot. He's back to his feet though.
But as we've been saying all weekend, Corey, just the brilliant first touches of everyone involved. And we saw that. That's a classic example by Norman.
Look at some of the UBC faithful who made the trip from coast to coast here, west to east.
And they'll get to, the UBC fans will get to see St. FX again next week.
As the X-Men will head out there for the Mitchell Bowl. So our football semifinals are set. In the Mitchell Bowl, it's going to be the St. FX X-Men, the winners of the Loney Bowl against the UBC Thunderbirds. And as I just mentioned that, there we have our tag for the Mitchell Bowl. Again, will feature the St. FX X-Men and the host UBC Thunderbirds. November the 18th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 4 Atlantic here on the East Coast. And you can see all the action on CBC Sports and TVA Sports.
Back with the action. Walter. Foul on the play. Mrazek doesn't look happy.
Free kick chance for the Cougars. Down a goal. See if they can get the equalizer here in this first half. Nezibu now.
Given very specific instructions from the referee where the ball is to be put. And now we have number 10, Jonathan Walter, over the ball, Calgary native.
Directing traffic here off the free kick. Bunched up in the top of the 18 now.
The nice arc on the ball. Headed on. The touch by Flaxman. Nezibu climbs as high as he can. Mrazek got a touch on that. Schaefer now. Good by Fisher. Back with McKay. Fisher. Head up. He'll skate. He'll run into the open space. Good here by First. Running onto the ball. And Rogozinski again gets a touch. But now it's Norman back on the ball. Good by Kemsley. Kaiser. Back with Hrdlicka. He'll look to go wide. Chested down by Lazanes. In a battle with Nezibu. Lazanes wins. Puts that in to the 6-yard box, and Kemsley again, a very good clearance. And that was Kaiser with a shot. Hrdlicka heads ahead. DeRocha will just try to clear. He won't be able to. Good first touch by Tome. Schaefer. One-on-one with Fisher. Schaefer will get a shot just at the tip of the 6-yard box, so didn't get all he wanted, but still, right idea.
Lejeunesse there with the great run in the battle with Nezibu, and then stepping in the one and batted away off that hard shot, and that came off the foot of Kaiser.
Lazanes has Norman with him. He'll go with Kaiser. Gets it right back. Lofted in. That's just a touch too high for Jakowski. So Dumoulin will collect. Dumoulin. Not a lot of movement by the Cougar players. Kemsley will head that along. Yeah, and Kaiser will pick up a foul. And as you mentioned, Corey, he's got a couple.
Good sportsmanship there, him coming to check out. Jonathan Walters, who is feeling around the back of his head. I think often we all get, whether you bump your head in sport or in the shed or whatever on the cupboard door, you always that feeling that and you start feeling for blood, and I think that was what Walters, you get that feeling of kind of the blood coming to the surface, but you're not bleeding.
Kudelka lofts that high. Hrdlicka, it's a great header down to connect with Norman. Possession kept. Lazanes. He'll find First, who made himself available. And First still on the ball. Fisher now. Hrdlicka. Fisher will go long. Great touches by Jakowski. He's watched closely by Kudelka. Jakowski gets it back. That's off Mail. And a nifty little touch by Kaiser. Kaiser, oh, what a move. Along the deck, hits Kudelka. Walter. DeRocha, nicely done. It's good.
Wow, Kaiser's been as lively as anyone here in the opening half, and not that we doubt as we get a look at the National Player of the Year, Zhikowski, Seb. Both teams playing hard here. Like I said, I don't think we ever doubted that. The Canada West rivals and a medal on the line. And this is giving a feeling of one that's going to go right down to the wire.
Nezibu advances that. Good header down by Fisher. Mrazek. Zhikowski. That's good. Kudelka plays that up. It'll stay in play first. Nice little turn. He'll advance toward the goal line. Dispossesses Nezibu. And there's Kaiser again with a touch. Norman, who has a goal now. Momatani jockeying. Gets an extra yard of space, but that's good stuff by Rogozinski, the Cougar captain. He had to step up there as BC feeling it in the 18-yard box.
And Momatani with a series of nifty little moves, but Rogozinski wouldn't bite.
Once again, Kaiser has a reel, as you said. He's been everywhere this morning.
Up to the 45-minute mark in a row, and it's 1 minute of extra time here. Our fourth official, Brad Dobro, just popped that up for us, so perfect timing for Brad to help us out.
Last touched by Meyer.
So we think here at UBC be content to play it safely here and get to the locker room with their 1-goal lead intact. Cougars
climbing high once again. Zhikowski, who's really put himself about in the first half. Here are the Cougars. Flaxman, wonderful pass. Meyer, that's blocked. Nezibu, he'll try to cut in, look for an angle. Oh, Flaxman trying to connect with Schaefer just on a short little pass. Zhikowski plays it down. And that's really well defended.
And that's our halftime whistle here at Ness Timmins Field on the Cape Breton University campus on Championship Sunday here. And there's your score at the half in our bronze medal match. The UB Thunderbirds, won. The Mount Royal University Cougars, no scores. We get an aerial view of Ness Timmins Field here, high above Cape Breton University. So again, your score at the half, UBC 1, Mount Royal no score. You're watching the 2023 Proto-Case U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell, and you're seeing it all live on CBCSports.ca.
Voici les candidats pour le prix de l'entraîneur ou l'entraîneuse de l'année Fox Sporty U Sport. The nominees for the 2023 Fox Sporty U Sports Men's Soccer Coach of the Year are du Sport Universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Graham Kennedy, Université Saint-Francis-Xavier, St. FX University. Du Réseau du Sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, Pat Raimondo, Université de Montréal, University of Montreal. Des Sports Universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Marcelo Plata, Université Carleton University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Larry Stefanik, Université de Victoria, University of Victoria. Le lauréat ou la lauréate du prix de l'entraîneur ou l'entraîneuse de l'année Fox Sporty U Sport est The winner of the Fox 40 U Sports Coach of the Year is Pat Raimondo, Université de Montréal, University of Montreal. Les candidats pour le prix de l'engagement communautaire U-Sport sont The nominees for the U-Sports Men's Soccer Community Service Award are Du sport universitaire de l'Atlantique, from the AUS, Luke Berryman, Université Dalhousie University. Du réseau du sport étudiant du Québec, from the RSEQ, David Harrison, Université de Sherbrooke, University of Sherbrooke. Des sports universitaires de l'Ontario, from the OUA, Alexander Domingos, Université de Nipissing University. Et de l'Association Ouest Canadienne, from Canada West, Chris Lee, Université de la Colombie-Britannique, UBC. Le lauréat du prix de l'engagement communautaire est The winner of the U Sports Community Service Award is Luke Berryman, Université Dalhousie University. The nominee
Welcome back. There's our aerial view of Des Timmins Field, courtesy of Nova Screen, the drone shot. We're at the half. UBC Thunderbirds, as you can see, won the Mount Royal University Cougars, no score in our bronze medal matchup, a rematch of the Canada West Championship that was won by Mount Royal. Mount Royal come into this tournament as the #1 seed. UBC fell to #7. It just showed the parity of this tournament, Bart, throughout. As we get ready to look at some action highlights here. There's the player of the year, Jakowski, laying it off.
Yeah, this is Momotani. That was early on. That was a great chance. First one for the T-Birds.
And there's a different angle of it. He just trying to curl it inside that outside post. Jakowski once again.
This is a good run. Put that on the deck and just drifted wide. Mrazek here, #10. He was prominent throughout. Lazanes playing on the or I should say left back here for this match, and that's the goal by Luke Norman. A beautiful strike. Had no time and just yes.
Just an unlucky bounce there for Mail, because it looked like he had it. Just took a little hop over his foot and right to Norman. And here was another chance for 2-0. And will UBC be looking at this one and our final highlight of the opening half off that scramble? And there was the two All-Canadians had chances. And UBC may reflect on that, as they had a brilliant opportunity to go up 2-0. There was Norman once again. Kaiser, pardon me, that had a great opening half. So we're ready to get back to action here as you get a look from above from Des Timmins Field. And we're about ready to go here, the second half of our bronze medal matchup.
The players are ready. The coaching and support staff, not so much, as the suitcases come across the pitch.
And again, this is just if you put it in, not to make everyone hungry, to put it in the food terms for these two teams and their fans, it's kind of not breakfast at Wimbledon, but breakfast at the Nationals with the early mornings for you folks. But this is kind of the appetizer, the main course coming up at 2 p.m. Atlantic time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and getting earlier at 10 and 11 as you go to Mountain out to Pacific time. And we're going to see in this half, and he had a great Nicholas Myronik into the lineup for Mount Royal for this half. He played well on Friday night in the loss to Cape Breton. And they get back to Cape Breton, their championship match, the hometown Cape Breton University Capers will go up against Les Carabins de Montréal in the matchup of the 5th and 6th seeds actually in this tournament. So again, the seedings kind of went out the window with some upsets in conference tournaments, because 8 pretty evenly matched sides here, and we saw it through the play over the past 4 days. And this is Championship Sunday, and we're about ready to go with the second half of our bronze medal matchup.
So a couple subs for the Cougars. We see 28 Meyer spelled by #8 Myronik, and #11 Schaefer. He'll be spelled by #3 Marshall. We are underway. Here's Kaiser once again on the ball, makes a nice flat pass. All played up. There's #10. Mrazek had an excellent first half for the Thunderbirds. Jakowski full of running.
Trying to tunnel his way forward there, but couldn't get by Finn Marshall.
Throw in, Nezibu. Back on the ball. Played ahead, tip on. And Hrdlicka, cool as you like. Head up. Looking for the pass, needs to loft that up. And no advantage. Free kick, UBC. Okay. Third Lika, they'll play catch. Fisher there if needed. First, slightly hopped on him. But good pressure by Myronik, who's just come on. He'll have some fresh legs. Kudelka, the captain. Left back here for the bronze medal match. Good layoff. That's too far for DeRocha to chase.
There's Jock Flaxman, who had a great opening half, and he must be some glad to not be seeing Rain Lynn today. They had quite a battle on Friday night, and Flaxman just couldn't get loose of Lynn, but he's had a couple of chances here down the wing so far against the UBC defenders.
Norman will leave that, Kudelka, but
referee taking responsibility, talking to the Mount Royal bench. My bad, you could hear Sebastian Nojavervani saying.
Kudelka plays that ahead. Kaiser plays up a 50-50. Mail gets ahead on that. Mrazek did well just to lay the ball down. Lazinez on his horse. Jakowski. Oh, that is wonderful there by Mail. But oh, and a goal line clears, and somehow that goes out the side.
A pair of Cougars with Mamatani just trying to get ready and on coil.
Jakowski. And there's Mail coming back. Jakowski gets a shot, and Mamatani couldn't get to it, and Captain Kudelka there to save the day for the Cougars. This will be a goal kick.
Good work there by Myronik, who came in off the bench here.
Dumoulin.
Again, the captain, Rogozinski, just with a stupendous play there to keep Momatani from getting a scoring opportunity.
Headed ahead by First.
They're going to get Myronik with the high kick. And that could have been a lot worse than it turned out with First. He just, I don't even think if he got clipped, it was just very, almost a close shave there, but it could have been worse. And Myronik's just getting his talking to from a referee. And while we see Sebastian Nejeravani, the officiating overall, there are always points in tournaments like these that you may question the call, fans or teams, but overall the officiating's been rock solid, just like the play.
Once again, Flaxman, oh, nifty. Soft little offload intended for DeRocha, but just found himself on the wrong side of Kaiser.
That's one of those, I just wonder how DeRocha can even, to get back to why he put the Scorpion Deathlock on his opponent there. Easy call.
Wonderful first touch. First. It's a very good read by, once again, the captain, Kudelka. Very good by Lazinez to get First to that ball.
Oh, Lazinez there.
That's a tricky one.
And giving a hand up to his mate there that tried to get it to him.
Yeah, Fisher's played well. Ooh, and that will be, yes,
they're going to get Lazinez there.
Jakowski's he's really been on it. Not that he hasn't been playing well in the first two games, but just that little extra edge as the T-Birds look to claim the bronze medal here in Sydney. Dumoulin. He'll go long. DeRocha, wonderful touch. Myronik has Flaxman. Flaxman will be watched here by Tome. Flaxman tried just a soft offload, if try a rugby term. Momatani, good support play. Home will play this up, but it will go right to Kudelka. Get that right back from Fisher. Or, excuse me, from Kemsley. Rogozinski. Looking for Flaxman. Moronic gets it with Flaxman. Kudelka now. Just to cut in, find Flaxman once again. Moronic, oh, sumptuous there. Flaxman. Here's first. It's played up. And Jakowski did well to come back to the ball. First. It's off Moronic.
And one thing, and I'm watching in the first time over these 4 days of the top seeded Cougars, and maybe one, and not to take away from the likes of Flaxman, but that one dangerous finisher that at least it hasn't been there, I don't think, for them so far this weekend. That Owen Shepherd type that doesn't need many chances, but once they get them, they're in the back of the net. It just seems a little bit more of a struggle for Mount Royal at times to get that golden opportunity.
Tome up to Momatani. And there's Kemsley with the header down. Kudelka up. It's a great first touch by Walter. Walter, head up. Oh, what a great little pass to himself, and he and DeRocha not on the same page, unfortunately, but a great bit of skill.
There you go. Look at Jonathan Walters, who engineered that last play just a little too far for DeRocha. They weren't quite on the same page. Now the UBC throw in.
Put ahead by Moronic. It's lofted up by Fisher. Momatani. It's a tricky one to bring down now. Flaxman. Head up, tries to put that through. Here's Walter. 1-on-2. Back in support once again is 31 Momatani. But that goes right to Kudelka. Into the box, DeRocha. He'll go high with Mail. It's a nice little turn. Keeps possession. Walter. Nezibu. Nothing on. Kemsley. Rogozinski. Again, a wonderful little flick on. Yes, it did go to UBC. Norman. And that's cleared up. Still in play. Looking for Jakowski. Good play by Rogozinski. Jakowski again tries to backheel that up. Walter. Soft first touch. Up on the deck, DeRocha turns. He gets by Hrdlicka. Cougars. And that is off the foot of Tome.
Good smart work there by Flaxman. He had to kind of go side saddle to keep himself on side. And he got an opportunity, but that also allowed the Thunderbird D to close out, as now we have a couple of Thunderbirds either down or bent over.
And Norman
getting up gingerly.
Giving the substitution signal.
It'll be a corner here for Mount Royal. Moronic.
So Norman, that's a big loss for the T-Birds. And subbing in will be number 35, Thomas Pena, who's lit up the first two games. He's been a very dynamic player.
So elusive, so quick. and can make things happen in short order. And now Myronic.
That's high. Played up again. It's very good defending by Fisher.
DeRocha just couldn't get to that one from Kemsley, pardon me.
Cleared up. And there's Pena's first tussle.
And Pena, not of big stature, but it certainly can take the physicality. We've seen it all weekend. He's been bumped around a little bit, but he's always come back for more.
They'll look to bring this down. That will be cleared by Nezebu. DeRocha. Oh, and I think Flaxman maybe thought he was offside. Fisher. Gets this wide. Lazanes. Up to Kaiser. Cougars throw in. Once again, Fisher. Right where he needs to be. Hrdlicka now. Tome clears that, and that was a late clip, but no indication of advantage, so the referee letting that go first. Cut back. It's a right back from Kaiser. Momatani.
Tome's back to his feet, but there you see him up very gingerly, and now trying to loosen up here, but then back to his knees as we see some of the faithful here all bundled up for this one. It's probably, there you see Keane in the stands, but the crutches we mentioned not in the lineup today for the Cougars.
Here we'll get another look. Tome.
Almost stepped on the left foot.
That's a tough one.
It's kind of like the old wrestling days, the Garvin stomp. And it got him on that left foot, and it brought him down pretty quickly.
And we'll have a slight delay, Corey, so people can Google
Garvin stomp. It wasn't quite like that, but it was more, certainly more in-depth or extended maneuver. But that's the first, as we used to say, wrestler that I could think of that deployed the use of the stomping on people and certainly not intentional by any means. No. I don't think by Flaxman, of course, making a little light of it, and certainly not making light of Tome being injured, but he looks like he's okay.
It's cleared up. DeRocha, good first touch again. Fisher on his horse as we get Marshall for his first shot on net, and Hrdlicka forced to clear that for a corner kick.
And we've seen an excellent foot by Finn Marshall. Don't forget the quarterfinal win. He took the corner kick that DeRocha put home for the win over York with the late 1-0 goal. So he's certainly showing that ability, and now it's led to a set piece opportunity for the Royals to try to get tied up here.
Myronic. Good. Little melee. It's cleared momentarily as the sun decides to come out.
Here's Marshall with the left foot, and he whistled it. And McKay, the second team All-Canadian, then the ensuing battle. Hrdlicka just wanted to make sure to relieve the pressure at that point. There's Myronic. I could even make a wrestling parallel with Myronic. There's always a way to tie in the, what sports entertainment it's called now with any of the sports, the beautiful long locks there on Myronic, or we could go the hockey route with, I'm going way back to different hair color and style, but Ron Duguay. He used to have that beautiful flowing hair as he flew down the ice for the Rangers. in the NHL. I'm always full of useless parallels, Bart.
It all adds to the experience.
So it's back as up trying to make something happen. There was the captain, Rogozinski.
Tome will throw in once again from our near side. Coach Mike Mosher urging his troops on, and not just snatched at by Kemsley.
Certainly goes out without saying now. 62 minutes in, another goal, if any, is huge. It really gives a nice cushion for the Thunderbirds. Of course, it knots things if Mount Royal can get on the board.
That's last touch by Kudelka. So the T-Birds inching their way toward Dumoulin. Myronic. Oh, what a touch by First. Hrdlicka plays that up. Omotani.
They are going to get him on the handball.
And yellow card.
Well, that's... I guess by the book, it may be warranted, but kind of a tough one there. I don't know
if that was...
Momotani was just playing through. It kind of was almost...
Ball to hand.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. But...
There's Kemsley keeping an eye on the player of the year, Jakowski. Myronic. Walter. Watched closely by Momotani. Still on the ball. Oh, but that's good by Momotani. Plays that. That's good by Mrazek. Mail. He'll zip that back. 2. Now it's played long. Looking for Flaxman. Flaxman. Myronic. Oh, once again, lovely little turn and good chip in. They get a header.
You know, Myronic's become a favorite of mine. He's been as good as any Cougar here this weekend. Another quality play there to set up a scoring chance.
Battle. Cougars come out on top. Kudelka. Play that ahead. Flaxman. They look to cut in. Good touch, but his shot will go over the bar. But we've seen that a couple of times where they give probably 7-8 yard little pass ahead to themselves. And you've got to be awfully confident to do that. And to know you have the skill to pull it off. Fantastic stuff. Good here by Mail. Will be, once again, a Cougar throw-in.
There you got to look at Nezibu. Another, so many solid quality performers here. Of course, when you get the 8 best men's soccer teams in Canada going up, university teams going up against each other.
Physical play once again. Nezibu with Kemsley. He'll play that up. Back on the ball, Tome. He'll clear that to the sideline. Kudelka wants it quickly. Hrdlicka shouting encouragement. Myronic. Nezibu again, making himself available. Flaxman. McKay takes easily.
Tough play there for Flaxman. Had few options as he was just trying to keep it in play. And no one was there to get onto the ball in the 18-yard box. So an easy play there for McKay.
Pena keeping an eye on Rogozinski. Kemsley climbs high. Mail. Kudelka gets it right back. See Rogozinski. DeRocha flicked that ahead, but no one running onto that possession now with the Thunderbirds. Kaiser, excuse me. Here's Pena. Rogozinski, great work. Lays that along the deck. Walter. Great stuff here by the Cougars. That will be played up by Mayo. Looking to connect with Marshall up top with the distinctive pink boots. We're going to have some substitutes. So Mrazek will be spelled by Logan Chung. So Chung started the previous 2 games. And we'll see Tome. And now we'll have Tome spelled by number 20, Marcus Puhal.
And of course, Tome took that inadvertent stomp there, but it looked like he was okay once he continued. And at this point, too, some fresh legs after a long 4 days and trying to sprinkle in some guys that you want to get some time in this match.
Get it down. Ooh, there's one of her little tugs. Well, there's Pena coming back for the ball to help out his midfielders.
Tickets for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup in Kingston, Ontario begin at $20. Order your tickets to the biggest football game of the year by visiting vaniercup.com or by scanning the QR code on your screen.
Hrdlicka lofts that up. Jakowski gets a header down. Now Pena will lay this off. Again, gets another touch, but that's good by Marshall. Cougars back in possession. Kudelka. Flaxman, one touches that. It's very good by Fisher.
And that'll be DeRocha's. He tried to get in to retrieve it, but lost his footing and then barreled over the UBC defender there. That was Fisher, and again, good sportsmanship by both. They know it's just each hustling to try to make a play. Looks like it will be, or I thought initially it would be it is a booking for DeRocha. Momitani will step aside here, and off the bench, Eric Kim, number 16, so 16 for 31. There we get a look at the Thunderbird captain. He's had a fine tournament. Noah Hrdlicka.
Fisher on the deck. First. Calmly play that back. Get a good look here. Puhal 20 at right back. Blocked by Moronic. Now Chung. He's been a mainstay in this T-Bird side. Kudelka. There's Kim. Gets first to that. Nicely done. Now first. Kim Puhal plays that in. First goes down, but now Myronek gets it back from Kudelka. Not the most generous of passes. Ezebu. That's too far.
Brendan First showing there why he was the nation's top freshman, the Lou Billick Award winner, just so easily could go to 0 to 60 and such soft touch on the ball. So dynamic, and certainly a bright future. We'll see him again at the national level, no doubt about that.
Ezebu gets this back to Mullen. Kemsley. Puhal will restart. Go long. Jakowski puts that into the box. It's a header. Just goes wide.
That was Eric Kim, who just came in moments ago with that header off the Jakowski cross.
Kim on our near side here. So that's Chung.
Chung was it on the far side?
Yes, on the far side, yes. Hrdlicka plays that up.
Yes,
I believe
Chung.
that's off the boot.
Chung number 14, Kim number 16.
DeRocha, no.
There against the captain. Great vocal leader. You could hear that all weekend from Noah Hrdlicka.
And very positive as well. DeRocha. No time or space to get that shot away. Kudelka cutting in. Oh, what a save.
Wow, McKay.
It's cleared.
A sensational stop.
And there's Marshall.
And
Marshall had another great chance.
Marshall with an equally fine play. Rogozinski, the captain, with the ball. Feathers it in. Marshall, a huge save. And as he flipped over, he almost struck it on goal again. But McKay, the second team All-Canadian, his best save of the day.
That would have definitely been a case of making your own luck in the case of Marshall. To be played back. Kemsley. Mail. Rogozinski now. Ezebu into Mail, who had to reach to get that, but he did. Walter. It's the T-Birds now in possession. Pass in by Chung. And Pena in there as well. A good collection, if you will, of blue jerseys.
Against the second team All-Canadian McKay. That right leg gets on it for Marshall, and then his defender able to clear it to touch. So great stop there by McKay, and now we're going to have another booking.
Yeah,
I believe it'll be
a bit
Walters.
of a heavy challenge. Yeah, Walter will collect, and the benches, if you will, being emptied.
And going down was the first team All-Canadian La Jeunesse. And now back to his bench will go the Cougars. And first into the fray, Skylar Rogers, who we've seen this weekend, number 13. And now we're going to see Nezibu to the bench. And for Hengswo Rui. So the free kick now from distance just inside their own end of half by the Thunderbirds.
Ryu will climb high. UBC restart quickly. Jakowski tried to turn. Still on the ball are the Thunderbirds. Laziness. Restart. That's a header down by the newcomer, Ryu. Good header by Kim. Jakowski can't pull the trigger. It's flicked on by Rogers. Flaxman gets that ahead to Rocha. On his horse is Rogers.
Just unable to chase it down. So it'll be a throw in here for the Thunderbirds.
Puhal zips that in. Little battle. Fisher says, I'll calmly take this. Laziness plays that ahead. But the T-Birds forced to backtrack. McKay. He'll go long. Puhal. Good angled header first. Now Kim. Gets it right back. Again, good soft feet. Kaiser. Ridley, a little layoff pass. Kim. Had Chung available, but we'll go all the way back with Fisher as an S. T-Birds in possession on the far side. Nicely done here by Fisher. Fisher still on the ball, looks to cut in. Turning back now, Kaiser on the deck. Laziness up front, giving a hand. Bit of a target man if needed. Rogozinski. Pass here along the deck. Pena. Chung. Good chance. Once again, we see number 3 Marshall getting involved. Can't recollect the ball for the Cougars in that instance.
Up into the 79th minute, keeping an eye, starting a little bit, looking at the clock here where the Cougars down a goal.
Headed on by Laziness. Really good to protect the ball. Kemsley. Kudelka watched by Kim. Good turn. Still on the ball. He'll lay this off for Flaxman. Mail. Play on. Jakowski. Watch closely here by Kemsley. And well done, Kemsley.
Really had to be patient there as Jakowski closed in on him, but just excellent defensive work there after the turnover.
Climbing highs. Myronek. Pena again.
And they're going to get Myronek up over the back of first.
Flaxman will be spelled, and it's been
David Dudek, number 9, in for him.
And it's been great to watch Flaxman. Not that we're bidding anyone really a heartfelt adieu, but Flaxman's been one of those standout players that we've come to see here this weekend. Roger. Now Myronek, advantage being played. Marshall. Watch closely here by Laziness. Mail. Tripped up. Free kick. Cougars. Foul against Chung.
Now Myronic. See if Mount Royal has something in their book of plays here that can help tie this one.
McKay. Good punch out. Pena plays that up.
May have collided with one of his own guys, or at least in that fray, and they're calling right away for, it looked like a head blow. I'm not sure if, and McKay's telling his mate to keep still.
So a chance here.
There you go.
For the Cougars to take on some water, or
Tomas Pena, number 35. And just a reminder, this is the first half of our Championship Sunday doubleheader coming up 2 p.m. Atlantic time, 1 Eastern, 10 on the West Coast, 11 Mountain time. It'll be our gold medal match. The number 5 seed and host Cape Breton University Capers and Les Carabins de Montréal, and they're certainly no strangers to one another, those sides. They played in back-to-back national championship matches, and CBU won their only championship in 2017. That was a 3-2 win over Les Carabins on the West Coast, and then in 2018, Montreal answered with a 2-1 victory. So again, these two have crossed paths on several occasions during the Nationals, and today they'll play for gold. Carabin with 5 national titles, the Capers with 1. Drop ball here.
played up. First. Good aggressive play by Mayo. And yeah, foul against first. He doesn't like it, but clear and obvious come to mind. Marshall looking to play that into DeRocha. DeRocha wins possession back. Chung goes down, and that's once again an easy call for the referee.
That one against Mayo. And definitely some chemistry between Marshall and DeRocha, and we saw it on Friday night. And there you see both of them come through our screen.
Pena collects, tries to get a back heel through to the rushing Lazanes.
The first half goal by Luke Norman still standing here as we get up to about the 85th minute.
And corner kick. So the Cougars will hustle back. DeRocha's height could well be required for a clearance. Pena over the ball. There's Kim.
Wow, this could really put a
back
vice grip on it here for the Thunderbirds.
Zipped in and good clearance.
Mike Mosier encouraging his group now. Lachenesse, first team All-Canadian. Along with his mate in there, he is there, Jakowski.
Trying to keep things around the corner flag. Jakowski, watched by Marshall. He's throw in for the Cougars.
Certainly the right type of approach for the Thunderbirds in the lead. Not that
Climbing high. Really good once again by Herdlika, but no. Looked like he was going to get away with that.
And it's got to be tough, and that was Lee that time, and you come in, you've played limited minutes. And just to get up and get to the speed of the game, and sometimes you're just a shade slow. Like a play there by Lee, and he ends up with the calls. He tripped up Rogozinski.
Lofted up. And an easy save for McKay.
It's like the kick returner making the Kickoff returner, I guess, in the NFL, making the fair catch.
Chakowski, yes, he was the last to touch. Kudelka restarts. Goodbye, Puhal. Ironic goes flat. Good pass along by Ryu. Possession stays with the Cougars.
Up to the 87th minute.
Ironic.
We'll keep an eye on stoppage time tacked on here. Again, the winner of this one, bronze medals and a winning finish to their season.
Kaiser goes down. Free kick. Laid up first. Oh, la la. Pena now. Pena cuts in.
Well,
it's tipped off. Ooh, look. It seemed the way the ball bounced to the net that it was
deflected
off a Cougar.
I think that's what Pena is saying, but he's not going to get the call. And no doubt
Kim climbs high. Excuse me, Corey.
There's no doubt an element this one too. UBC dropped the title game to Mount Royal. This may not get them the Canada West title, but it'll get them a medal.
Driving, lays that in. That's tipped off a defender and right to the mitts of Dumoulin.
Chakowski showing that strength and touch. Beautiful ball control there against a couple of defenders.
Hrdlicka, great work again by the captain in a tricky spot. Looking for the ball, and then he's fouled. But if you're not getting first to the ball, hard to get fouled. So once again, good stuff, and we hear Fisher now, number 4. Telling everyone to make it worth it. Here's Kim. Kaiser can't collect that, but there's first. Good support play. Good understanding of what they're trying to do for the T-Birds.
CBC TV, pardon me, is your home for the 2023 Canada Life Vanier Cup from Kingston, Ontario. Catch the best in university football action Saturday, November 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern on CBC TV, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca.
Good battle between Hrdlicka and Kudelka.
So a couple of DeRocha was spilled and he's back to his feet, but still here in the middle looking in great discomfort. Is the captain, Rogozinski. And he's going to need some attention as we're up almost to the 90th minute. Again, we'll keep an eye on any stoppage time. Still the goal by Josh Norman in the first half is the difference in this one. In the battle of Canada West powers, 5 minutes of stoppage time.
So a good amount of time for the Cougars. That's plenty of time for Marshall to put another nice ball into the box.
Will they be able to navigate looking for a tie with their captain, or will he have to? Oh no, I think that's the end of the day for Rogozinski, as his mates help him get off the field. That's not a cramp, that's something a little more. So Rogozinski, the captain, and he'll be spelled by Meyer, will come back in. So size up front. As we get a look at Mike Mosier there, the veteran coach of the Thunderbirds. Mail trying to chase it down. Thunderbirds trying to fly away here with a bronze medal. They head back to the West Coast.
Headed along by Chung. Flicked on. DeRocha plays this back. Kemsley. I think that's last touched by Kim.
So again, we're in the 5 minutes of stoppage time here, well inside it. Tchaikovsky.
Played up.
It's got to be everyone up now for, and there's a chance as a retreating Hrdlicka had to relieve the pressure, so it'll be a corner. Dumoulin's even up into the fray now. Myronik has had a great weekend here for the Cougars.
Yep. It's cleared initially.
And
You
McKay.
with just a half chance at best.
Embedded McKay, second tee ball Kane. He's seen it all. He's not going to rush it here. Take all his allotted time, that's for sure. Snaps one out, gets caught. The wind starting to get a little thicker here, and we'll keep an eye certainly as we head into our gold medal match on how strong it is and the way it's blowing here.
Played ahead. Launched high.
And again, first, you don't mind that. You want it in the Mount Royal end. This is what you don't want.
Get it down. Back on his Meyer. Myronik.
Oh, what a ball by Myronik, but DeRocha
Laziness. Great
got twisted. Trying to get a leg on it. Look at Myronik here to DeRocha. That little
sublime touches. And a little kick there by Laziness.
I'd put Myronik up against anyone as far as performers of this tournament, and he's right there.
Fisher, good header.
Oh, wow, that's a
play on, says the
La
ref,
Jeunesse. Both guys paid the price there. La Jeunesse for
that's Dudek.
UBC.
For Mount Royal.
Dudek. And Dudek's fouled, who definitely nailed La Jeunesse. And again, we're talking at the end of training camps in August, and most of these players, of course, would have played summer soccer. So it's the end of a long stretch of truncated schedules and travel and back-to-backs and a lot of miles on these players' odometers by this time of year.
Pena giving chase. They go out of play. Good result for the T-Birds, though it is a Cougars throw in.
Pena is such a pest. And I mean that in the most affectionate way.
Here's Kim. Shouts of corner, corner, and Kim oblige us.
If you're a CBU women's fan, we've seen that a lot all year. That's one of Ali Rowe's specialties. She'll take it to that corner when her team's up, and
first climbs high, somehow gets first to that. He'll need to do it again, and that's a pretty easy call for the foul on Mail. But there's time.
No, that'll do it. The Thunderbirds will fly away here. Certainly a little bit more muted celebration, but nevertheless, bronze as they celebrated here. So the team that was ranked first for most of the season in the top 10 rankings drop the Canada West title to these Mount Royal University Cougars. For the Cougars, there's your Nike player of the game. It's the goalkeeper, Aiden Dumoulin, number 1. Again, our Nike player of the game. And for the UBC Thunderbirds, and we'll find him, there he is in the fray, Marcus Kaiser. So again, the players of the game, Aiden Dumoulin for the Cougars, Marcus Kaiser for the Thunderbirds, and the Thunderbirds come away with the bronze medal. A 1-0 win over their rival Mount Royal University Cougars in a rematch of the Canada West Championship. So the number 1 seeded Cougars go home with a 4th place finish. The number 7 seed Thunderbirds go home with bronze.
Yes, and for Kaiser, when the game was in the balance early, he really dominated play, very intelligent. And though Norman did score the goal and was fantastic, it's Kaiser with the Player of the Game award.
So we're going to step away for a moment here as they get ready to present the awards and medals. The final score in our bronze medal match, the UBC Thunderbirds won. The Mount Royal University Cougars no score. You're watching the 2023 Protocase U Sports Men's Soccer Championship presented by Bell on CBCSports.ca.
Coming up here momentarily.
Right. You see the Porsche Panamera got him in hysteria. The turbo super fast and that McLaren even scarier. He be turning corners, burning rubber in your area. I'm hard to follow once you pop the clutch and hit the bottle.
I'm waking up in the morning, hustling to the stage and performing, hustling through the hate and busting the door. Lately nothing misses on my. I'm waking up in the morning, hustling to the stage and performing, hustling through the hate and busting the door. Nothing misses, I must have been scored. Speaking of the misses, I'm watching them pour.
This time we ask both teams to make their way to the presentation table area for the Nike Player of the Game presentations as well as the bronze medal awards.
Welcome back, folks, as the celebration continues here at Ness Timmins Field. The UBC Thunderbirds with the bronze medal victory over the Mount Royal University Cougars, their Canada West rivals, here at Ness Timmins Field as we get ready for the Player of the Game presentations that we mentioned, but we'll see them receive their awards once again. And as well, the bronze medals to be presented to the Thunderbirds here as they cap their season as the 3rd best team in U Sports men's soccer. So both these teams certainly show why they were 2 of the top sides, Bart Sears, throughout the season and, of course, this weekend here at CBU.
Yes, excellent displays throughout the 3 games by both teams. UBC looked silky in their quarterfinal win over the St. FX X-Men. Came up just a bit short against Montreal, but that was a 50-50 game. The 2-0 scoreline not indicative of the balance of play throughout. And a bit of redemption for the T-Birds this season to avenge their Canada West loss to the Mount Royal Cougars.
There you see some of the hardware, the bronze medals that will go to the Thunderbirds. And for the fans on the West Coast, a bronze medal. They'll be looking for a berth next Saturday when they play the Mitchell Bowl for a national championships.
Yes.
And the Thunderbirds will actually be welcoming an AUS champion, Santa Fe X-Men, who play about 2 hours from here on the mainland of Nova Scotia. They'll be hopping the plane with head coach Gary Waterman. Congratulations to them on their third consecutive AUS championship with a win yesterday in the Loney Bowl over the Bishop's Gators. And, of course, UBC for their Canada West championship and the opportunity to host the Mitchell Bowl. So that'll be next Saturday. And in the other national semifinal, the UTEC Bowl, it'll be Les Carabins de Montréal, who we'll see here in about an hour or so in men's soccer championship. They'll go up against the Western Mustangs. And the dejected, and there's Aiden Dumoulin, probably a little disappointed, to say the least, getting his award. And again, tough when you put so much into it, and this was a team, again, coming in as the number 1 seed. To go home without a medal is always tough. Marcus Kaiser gets the nod as the player of the game.
And just as we touched on with Kaiser, a nice smile. But for Mount Royal in their 11th year in U Sports, you know, what a tremendous season. Their first Canada West title, one that I don't think they really expected to get, but they took their chance. And then a tight win over York. And then CBU, that was an absolute thriller on Friday night.
And there you see the presentation of the bronze medals is, again, not the color you come into this tournament looking for, but still, nonetheless, they can't take it away from you when these guys get together in 20 years and reminisce, and they'll be able to say, remember 2023 when we got to play in Cape Breton and enjoy some of their hospitality, get to hear the Men of the Deeps, as I've heard at the banquet here on Wednesday night. So that's always a treat from anyone from across the country. And there you see the happy Thunderbirds getting their bronze medals.
And when you consider when you're at nationals, every game is a 50-50. So to win 2 of 3 is a great accomplishment.
Well, we saw it here after day 1. The 3 of the 4 matches, the lower seed won. 3 conference champions were eliminated from the chance to win a national medal. So that's it's just the parity when you see the effort of a York as the 8th seed. UBC was the number 7 seed.
Yes.
And the number 1 team for most of the year. Santa Fe's the number 2 seed. As good as all these teams you could. And so many different storylines with each of them. And we'll talk about the ones in our gold medal game a bit more when we get there. As some Thunderbirds a little colder than others. I think you're probably still a little warm if you played 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes. It's you're out of the bench now where you're getting a heater blowing in on you, so it must hit you a little bit. But again, the UBC Thunderbirds as the final recipients get their medals, and that'll about do it here for this one. We're going to step aside, and we'll be back in about half hour. The scheduled time is 2 p.m., actually about 45 minutes, 2 p.m. Atlantic time for our national championship matchup featuring the Cape Breton University Capers and Les Carabins de Montréal. So again, the final here in our bronze medal matchup, the UBC Thunderbirds won, the Mount Royal University Cougars no score. For Bart Sears, I'm Corey LeBlanc. All the folks at Nova Stream will step aside for a bit. Coming up at 2 p.m. Atlantic, 1 Eastern, 10 on the West Coast, 11 Mountain. It'll be our national championship tilt the Cape Breton University Capers, and Lake Caribbean, the Montreal. Again, we'll step aside, come back and join us then. You've been watching all the action live from Sydney on CBCSports.ca.
It's that moment again, the one you dream of every night. La seule chose qui te préoccupe, c'est la gloire. Le cheminement de la réussite, of pushing yourself further than ever before. But the true glory is in the shadows. Les sacrifices que tu fais, quand toutes les chances sont contre toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, presented by les championnats U-Sport à Radio-Canada. Une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada. Nike, just do it. Faites-le. Fox 40, celebrating more than a decade of the Fox 40 U-Sports Coach of the Year Award Program. Fier partenaire des prix de l'entraîneur de l'année U-Sport. Veriburn, medical supply partner of varsity athletics since 1979. Partenaire du sport universitaire depuis 1979. Barron, exclusive supplier of U-Sports Championship rings. Le fournisseur exclusif des bagues du championnat U-Sport. By Bell, presenting partner of this U-Sports Championship. Fier partenaire de ce championnat U-Sport. And by Protocase, proud title partner of the 2023 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship. Et par Protocase, fier partenaire en titre du championnat de soccer masculin U-Sport de 2023.